Hello again, and today I just want to say thank you to my over 10 subscribers. The channel now has metrics, the channel now has growth. Fuck you, YouTube. But anyway, we're going to take a slightly deep dive today into a subject that I must broach carefully if I don't want to screw up my channel's future chances of success. And that is, of course, the subject of degeneracy. Now, what is degeneracy currently in political terms? Degeneracy is the promotion of sexual deviancy, of alternative lifestyles, in order to destroy the nuclear family. And while when I was younger, I did the porn, I liked the masturbation, I tried to have sex as much as possible. At some point I realized, literally like when I had started my relationship with my current girlfriend, dude, this like one partner forever thing isn't too bad. It's actually pretty good. And that's when I kind of, slowed down the intake. But for me, degeneracy didn't really become an issue until literally this year, because we didn't really see it as much. And in fact, I remember seeing it in a Louis Laveau video linked in the sources. That was the first, not politicization, the first public compilation of the trans youth / drag kid Lactatia, who is a little boy with communist parents who feed him lies and tell him that he looks great as a drag queen, and then pimps him out on stage, much like the more popular Desmond is Amazing. And Desmond did not surface until last year, so, when Lewis talked about Lactatia, I was just like really fucking surprised. I had no idea how to comprehend it, and I think that's why I didn't really pay attention, and why I think most of us didn't really pay attention, because we didn't know what was going to happen. And then, he obviously had his very staunch stance on the lolly debate that he had with Count Dankula. And in the end, he ended up being proven right in that you should not censor lolly just because it's degenerate. But if you're going to get mad about lolly, then you need to get mad about drag kids, because those are real children being pimped and whored by their fucking parents. It's so disgusting, bro. Like, you see these parents, and I think it also boiled just really quick in Pride Month this year, where you see parents bringing their children to these pride festivals thinking, oh, what a great way to make our kids more tolerant and accepting. And now that we have the data, so we looked at the data, and it turns out that Gen Z is now less socially liberal. They are more socially conservative because of the degeneracy problem. And I have a gay best friend, and before you guys get mad, he's a sweater gay, so he'll never be that kind of pride freak. He'll just, wear jeans and a t-shirt and be like, oh, how's it going? I'm gay. And then, never bring it up again. But it was so difficult last year for me to try and explain degeneracy to him. And even to this day, I still have trouble just articulating, because he doesn't understand. And I don't think people in the quote-unquote LGBT community understand the problem of degeneracy. And to me, the problem is it is the promotion of lifestyles that are not sustainable. The nuclear family is sustainable. It's been sustainable for thousands upon hundreds of thousands upon millions of years. Do you want to know why? Simple. It's in our biology. It's in our nature. It's in our very nature to procreate and continue the species. Now, that being said, the more civilized societies seem to have their fair share of gay relationships. You had lots of man-boy love in Greece, you had outright pederasty in certain samurai culture, which to me is like super strange. But then again, it's not that surprising because you don't see samurai venerating the housewife like you do in other countries. And, it's a little wishy-washy, but there are certain like key samurai figures that did have pederastic relationships with their younger squires or pages. Anywho, you don't see this when Christianity took hold, because what Christianity basically did was say, oh, how did Rome fall again? Women and hedonism and boom, yeah, we're not doing that shit. And I don't think hedonism is as bad as degeneracy, to be honest with you. I think, like, there are a lot of guys out there who have this inherent built-in carnal lust, and mainly it's for, like, biologically, it's for the purpose of procreation. However, certain guys, they want more. Some might even say they want it all. And so, they'll go out and try to, like, nail 2 girls at once. Fucking dick one girl down and then, like, recover and then go dick down some completely different girl, like 3 miles down the road. And this kind of shit is okay. But what I find not hypocritical, but just sort of a, just a normal double standard is the modern woman specifically, her desire to be a roasty, to be dick down forever, and, just permanently blown open for the sake of, I'm sorry, how do I put this? Oh yeah, for the sake of smashing the fucking patriarchy. I don't know how that slipped my mind. Anywho, they think that getting fucking railed by like 50 guys at once is, somehow empowering. And it's like, you're physically degrading not only your body, but your mind by doing that. And, it goes back to that old saying that maybe from a Shaolin temple. A master key can open many locks, but a lock that can be opened by many keys is just a shitty lock. It's so true, bro. Like, dudes can easily recover from, having relations with multiple women, and yet women cannot do the same after having multiple relations with men. At some point, the straw breaks the camel's back. At some point, it is mentally not, like, stable or healthy to be living this alternative lifestyle of, I'm just gonna go text some random dude on Tinder and, like, I'll fucking smash his brains in. I hesitate a lot because not only the censorship on YouTube, but because it's just such a difficult fucking subject to broach. When you think about degeneracy and what it does, you kind of have to really, like, think hard about it and, like, really nail down your specific issue with it. And for me, my specific issue is politically. The left has fully succumbed to degeneracy. They are, every week that there's some kind of new gender that has been scientifically discovered in a lab, they'll fucking, pimp it, parade it, honor it, give it a holiday. And yet the right seems to do nothing about it. And we've seen this recently with our ongoing Groyper wars that I participated in by making that commentary last Friday. And because this is the first commentary where I'm able to address it, because I recorded the last one like way before that event happened, there were two Groypers who asked point blank at a black homosexual named Rob Smith, how does anal sex help us win the culture war? Because what they're essentially saying to this Rob Smith guy is that your flamboyant homosexual lifestyle is not accepted in conservatism. And as more of a paleo libertarian, I'm not totally there yet. I don't think that we should just ostracize people based on their decisions. However, I do feel that, like, you know, the gays gotta be sweater gays. Like, I'm sorry. I just cannot stand the fucking flamboyant homosexual anymore. It's a dumb stereotype. We should have gotten over it once fucking Queer Eye got canceled the first time. And it's just ugly, you know? It's just like, oh yeah, you want to see this fucking fairy poofter, like, you know, sashay around like he's a little girl and being like, oh, I take 10-inch dicks up my ass every day, sweetie. Like, it's just so disgusting. And it like literally mortifies me. Like, I had a gay roommate in college, right? And he was slightly flamboyant, not totally there, but he had a friend that I don't know if they actually did have relations with, but they definitely were very friendly. And let me tell you, this motherfucker was flamboyant, but he was okay. But it was just, now in the back of my head, it's just like, I'm thinking about it, it's like, what is he up to? What is he doing? Is he still working in fashion? Like, or is he just going around fucking Miami sucking dudes off for fucking quarters at the bus station? Like, you really gotta wonder, man, like, where does this life lead, you know? This endless cock carousel is not good for the soul. And while I'm on the subject, the lesbian portion isn't as pervasive, and it's very simple. It's because they do not have the same kind of sex drive as men do. Even though they act butchy, they don't, they're not like, oh yeah, we're gonna go crush puss, you wanna come? It's like, they're so different about it. Like, to them, it's very womanly. You know, it's like the most womanly thing they do. Sex is an intimate act between one lover and another, and yada yada yada. Fucking blah blah bullshit. And for me, I just don't know where I go other than to say that politically promoting degeneracy is just straight up a dead end. And if you keep doing it, what is next? Are we going to just have pedophilia? Are we going to have bestiality? Are we going to just allow, you know, interfamily relationships? Because I dare not say the word that it actually is for fear of reprisal. Because, man, those are some grim fucking complications, you know. Talk about, you know, your inbreds. Like, holy shit. If we want to open that fucking floodgate, you know, then it's over. You know, at some point, to wrap this up, at some point, the line must be drawn. We must stop this shit. We must stop this pervasive degeneracy that seems to just roll everybody over, except for the people that are just usually called racist, sexist, misogynist, homophobe, transphobe, like, just those people, you know, what I would now call just the dissident right. Because, let's face it, after last week and the 29th events, this is all we got. You know, we need to, you know, band up, take a stand, and confront these cocksuckers. Literally, these cocksuckers. On their allowal of degeneracy to thrive and spread into every fucking movement. You know, libertarians, gone. The more classically liberals, gone. The fucking progressives, they're bug chasers now. Like, it's not even a fucking game anymore for those people. It's just a way of life. And despite my frustrations, despite my inner rage at the subject, I still have faith in humanity for reason and sanity to prevail on this issue. And so, if you're going out there openly promoting degeneracy, or if you are out there not doing anything to stop degeneracy, tread lightly, because you're the next in line to get AIDS.